That's why, like I said, I mean, we've been away for, what, 4 or 5 months now, and it's good to get him back in the gym, being able to see him again, being back with the gang, and hearing the ball bounce. But, hopefully, like I tell them, make sure you stay safe, do things the right way, and hopefully we can get ourselves back into school this August.
Yeah, what do you have to do to make that happen?
Well, I mean, we follow the protocols, what has been put in place by the IHSA and the Board of Health, and making sure that we sanitize. I mean, it's awful tough when you say to stay 6 feet apart when you're in a sport, but we try our best to make sure we do things the right way, and listen to what the higher ups have to say to make sure that we're staying safe and keeping our kids safe.
And so, what are those guidelines? How many times can you guys work out in a week?
We will work out 2 times a week, and with that said, that way, according from what we understand, is that we put the balls away, and by having the 48-hour of staying away from it, hopefully that germ is not staying on those the basketballs. But we'll follow protocols with what we need to do, and when we come in, we sanitize as far as putting the sanitizer on our hands and making sure that we stay as safe as possible and do the things the right way.
And not only getting back on the court is fun, but to have an addition to your team like Fletcher.
Yeah.
When did you find out he was coming in?
Oh, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was hearing rumors, but I think everything came into to play when until the dad and the parents sign the papers to the house and they live out here, and the rumors can be out there. But once that happened, and I met with Mr. Lawyer and got him to where he needed to be as far as signing his son up and doing all the paperwork just last week.
And so, he's obviously a good athlete. We can see him shoot out here. How can someone like Fletcher add to your team?
Well, I mean, anytime you have big-time players, and we have a couple of them this year with Luke, who is committed to Illinois. You have Fletcher, who's going to be a junior that's getting offers by Purdue, Nebraska, Michigan, and those type of schools. The expectations are high. But again, it all has to gel. It has to come together. We have to be able, once November hits, to throw the egos out the window and out the door, and make sure that we're playing team basketball and getting everybody else involved. Because teams are going to really focus on those 2 players and make sure they're being guarded effectively, and to make other people beat you. So you're going to be able to put other people around them that can be able to do the job. We have a couple of starters back from last year with Andrew Leeper and Grant Simmons to go along with Luke, and now you have Fletcher that comes in. We have some other move-ins that came in from Carmel. So it's going to be an exciting time. Kids have to understand they have to continue to work and see where that takes them. But they have 4 or 5 months to get themselves better, and hopefully we'll get ourselves ready to go once November hits.
Yeah, what kind of a challenge is that for you? Because normally, you kind of know who you have from the previous year, and then you get these new guys coming in. What kind of a challenge is that for you?
Well, I mean, it's a great challenge, to be honest with you. I mean, anytime you're getting a major Division I player to come in and join another big-time player like we have, and then I think we have great players that surrounds them. It's a challenge for us, for coaches, to put people in the right place, but it's a good challenge because a lot of coaches don't have 2 major Division I players, on the same team. But again, the expectations will be high. But we have to understand, as far as a coaching staff, just like 6 years ago with Swanigan and Geis and those type of players that we had, and Bat, that they have to throw their egos and everything out the door and do what's best for the team. Swanigan could have very easily said, I need to get my 30, 40 points, but that wasn't going to win us a state championship. We had to make sure that all 5 players were able to contribute to where they couldn't just surround Caleb and take us away from what we wanted to do. So, you need players to be able to step up, and that's what we're looking forward to do.